So you see this massive building behind me? Yeah, that is my base, and I actually have yet to move in because I needed to complete the inside, which is a massive project, and honestly, I kind of lost sight of what I was going to try to do in here at a certain point as well. But I have regained that sight, and we will be taking this on here today, along with trying to actually finish off this end of the base as well, which was supposed to be a grand dining hall. We're gonna, oh my god, that is weird, running over those torches. I want to do that again. Wait, hang on, we gotta get up here. What? Wait. Oh, it's not that funny from the side. It is kind of funny when you're like running in first, or I guess third person, which is technically that. Anyway, yeah, so this is a massive dining hall, and we also need to complete this section of the base too. That is super weird. Anyway, yes, we have all of this stuff here to do, along with maybe trying, I have no idea how I would even manage to do it, but somehow trying to connect the top section of the base with the bottom section would be pretty cool. Also, I gotta just appreciate my work right here. Like, this looks dope, man. Like, this giant pillar in the very middle. We have this kind of crazy pattern on the very top there with the, I guess those are ramps, and then we also have stairs in there as well, creating such a strange looking pattern that I really love. Anyway, enough tooting my own horn, and let's get down to it. First of all, we should probably work on trying to section off a little workshop. I'm trying to figure out where the center is. So those two, and then this one right here. Okay, cool. So I think right here is roughly where I'm thinking of potentially building something. So we'll kind of section this off into like a room. So here's what I want to do. I want to go ahead and do that and do that. And then we're going to put a gate right here. And then this is going to be kind of like the workshop area. So we're going to run in here, and we're gonna have pretty much all of the workshop stuff. So let me just take a quick look at everything that we have to fit in here and just see whether or not this is enough room. Okay, so I do have S+ craziness going on, so my forge and my my tech replicator are a lot smaller, so that is okay. Yeah, you know what? We can probably fit all of the workshop, like crafting benches and maybe item storage in there, and maybe we could also do like a separate section for kind of like kitchen type stuff as well. That could be a thing, actually, because we got a massive base. We got to actually make use of it, not just shove everything into the same room like I often do. Anyway, yeah, so guys, this is going to be a massive project here today. Go ahead, do me a favor, hit the like button if you find yourself enjoying this one. Really would appreciate it, and yeah, it does help out quite a lot. One more thing, we do have the bridges, and I feel like, you know what, this is going to be a big building episode. Probably a lot of jump cutting, because it's not that interesting to show on camera, guys. Like, watching me struggle to place walls in the spot that I want them to go and ceilings and stuff, it's not that entertaining to watch. So yeah, we got to finish off this bridge here as well. I did install a mod that I talked about a little while ago to try and, instead of actually, you know, 100% recreating all of this right here. Look at that parasaur in the back right there. What the hell is he doing? Instead of trying to do that again 2 more times, I was thinking of trying to find a mod that would essentially save that structure and allow me to replace it. And I did find one, but the issue is that it's also kind of attached to the ocean thingy right there. What do you call those? Ocean platforms. And that is the issue. That's why I can't get that to work. So I don't know. Maybe I'll try and figure out a solution to remove those. The only issue is, there's so many issues. There's like layers upon layers of issues. The issue is that, I can't put those ocean platforms back when I take them away. Pretty sure, at least. So what I might have to do is remove the ocean platforms, and then I think the way that I actually did manage to replace them one time was removing the whole bottom section of this whole thing right here. So it could be a massive mess, but I should be able to copy and paste this whole top structure, which is pretty much the most complicated part of this build, in 2 other spots. And by the way, it doesn't do it for free. It does tell you exactly all the structures that you need. The mod is called Structure Saver or something like that. Very complicated to use, and it's kind of a mess. Let me see if I can actually quickly show you. It's all the way over there. It's just a quick swim right across my little area here, and you know what? It's kind of weird seeing my bird intersect with my skull right there, and I'm not really a big fan of that. Okay. Hello, dodos. There's so many creatures over here, man. Do I not have enough structures around to stop you guys? Why is there a tail in the ground? That looks like a trike, probably. Anyway, let's see. So it's right over here by my bridge area. No, not that bridge area. I actually want to redirect my bridge instead of having it go to, it basically ends up like right around there. I want to actually have it go to pretty much there. And then this right here is the little structure saver thing. Let me see if I can figure this out again. So yeah, it's still kind of loading in, but you can see roughly where it would be and how it would look. Oh, okay, that's weird. The issue, of course, like I said before, was the ocean platforms, because they need to be placed at the exact right... Okay, go away. I have my sound off. That's why I didn't hear that, dude. They need to be placed at the exact correct height to actually, work. And that's the issue. I can't manage to just pull that off somehow. I mean, maybe 10 to 12 different attempts at doing this is not enough, but I don't know, man. So yeah, I gotta remove the ocean platforms, and then I should be able to copy and paste pretty much everything else. Of course, will cost all the materials, but yeah, that would be a major like boost in my motivation to try and finish off this base area, because like that whole thing right there is super complicated, and I regret making it that complicated and cool because I knew I needed to build it 3 times. Anyway, yeah. So by the way, just in case you don't understand, pink means it's good, yellow means it's bad. So yeah, that's it's pretty much only the ocean platforms that don't want to place. Turning back on my sound, like I said, we're gonna continue our work on this, and let me actually figure some more stuff out. Am I gonna take fall damage? Yes, I'm good. I love the reflection of my base in the water right there. It looks really crazy, man. Holy crap, I just realized how reflective everything in ARK actually is. Damn. All right, well, anyway, let's continue this. I actually have some gates already, so let me go ahead and quickly grab those, and we can section off this whole area. All right, let's see. So we want to make this spot right here into the crafting room. So let me just continue this wall along. I want it to probably end off here. Maybe? That kind of makes sense. Let's go ahead and just follow our walls and then just see what this kind of looks like. All right, there we go. It's kind of zigzaggy, but I don't know, man. That actually could be enough space. Let me see. Let me start over here instead, just to be sure. And there we go. Is that enough space? Definitely doesn't look like enough space. Yeah, if we're gonna have a crafting room, we're gonna need it to be a little bit bigger than this, because I'm just envisioning... Although I guess we could put the forge elsewhere. Yeah, I'm just envisioning the replicator, like, right here, obviously. And then what else? Like, we're gonna have to figure some stuff out, man. Like, this isn't as simple as just placing down some walls and being like, yeah, that's good. So, yeah, let me do a little bit more thinking. Maybe I can move it off to the other side here. Would this make it a little bit bigger? I don't think it would, actually. It would make it bigger when... I guess it would make it more of, like, a normal shape back here, but... yeah, that's not exactly what I'm looking for. So this is what it's gonna kind of look like, I guess, on the inside. We're gonna have like these 3 arches, and they're gonna be potentially different rooms. I mean, each of these gateways should lead to a different room, but how big is that room going to be? I have no idea. We gotta think about it. We need a storage area, we need a crafting area, and then we also need maybe a cooking area. So, I'm trying to think... I mean, maybe one side over here, this could be like the cooking area. Maybe this could be the storage area, and then this could be the crafting area in the very middle. But do we need a massive area for that, or should I have... yeah, I have no idea. All right, we gotta do a little bit more thinking about this. Let me remove these anyway. This is the real struggle when you build something massive and then just assume it's all gonna come together. Is this going to be... too big of an area? Yeah, probably. That is a massive area. Oh, man. Yeah, I've really locked myself into a corner here, actually. This is, I mean, I think what we gotta do is we gotta maybe make this room as the massive crafting slash storage slash kitchen-y kind of area, and figure something else out for these other 2 spots. Honestly, I was kind of thinking of, like, having a spot for some Andrewsarchus and having a spot for some Desmodus in here as well. Maybe we can use these rooms as those little areas. Yeah, so that's what it would kind of look like then. Maybe that's what we'll do. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something like that. All right, let's focus more on this. We can kind of use one little section as each of these things that I want to actually try and get in here. So let me work on grabbing some stuff and shucking it in. So that last clip was actually recorded around 2 weeks ago, and I've been slowly chipping away at this project, although more so just adding chips to it. There's a lot of stuff, there really is. But first, let me just show you the little storage room, because I've been looking through the footage, and that's the last point when I was actually voicing over. So yeah, here's the storage room, pretty much the exact same size like we were planning, and I've just filled it out a bunch. So we've got the Tech Jenny right there in the back, and we've got the replicator. We've got some blueprints there. We got Fabi right there. And then, yeah, just try to kind of get everything in here without making it all look like it was all placed against the wall, because I do that all the time. I really do. And I did have to do that a little bit because it would have looked really weird just placing all of this stuff out in the middle. But yeah, so here's the whole kitchen-y area. We've got a bunch of fridges. I really like the S Plus fridges. Like, you can actually have what they are written on them, which is pretty cool. Yeah, actually, that would be a really cool feature if that was in official as well, to be honest. But yeah, so we just have some more aesthetic stuff just sitting around here. And then we've got like a whole wall full of preserving bins over here. And then I've just got a bunch of like shields and stuff spread out along the walls and everywhere else. That's all from the Viking wardrobe mod, which is basically what I'm wearing right now, plus a lot of other cool little things. We've got a bunch of like items here, and then we have all of like the resources back here. So these are all like filled up by a huge amount. Been kind of chipping away at all my resources, just getting this whole project together. But luckily we're at the point now where we have like all the creatures that we need to be able to collect up all the resources that we're possibly going to need. And then, yeah, just got a bunch of crap over here. Let's just run through some of this real quick. Let me just show you the outside of the storage room. Oh, by the way, on either side, we have a little room for each of our main creatures. So we have our Desmodus right here. I got a little fridge in the back for some blood, because obviously you don't really want to be making the elixirs. You want to store it as blood. And I think, can you do this in vanilla? I can't remember if you can put blood into a fridge in vanilla. I feel like you can, but I might be wrong. No idea. But anyway, yeah, so I got like a bunch of blood back there. And over here we have the Andrewsarchus, and then these are basically just to kind of store all of the Andrewsarchuses. I thought I put them in there, but I guess I didn't. I guess I gotta go grab them and put them in there at some point. Yeah, we just got a bunch of flags and stuff spread out along the place as well. Never actually figured out a good way of getting up to the section up here. Maybe what we'll do is we'll build like a staircase or something going up. And also this whole section over here, no idea what to put there at all. Like I said, I kind of bit off way more than I could chew with this project. The building's massive. I'm like, what the hell do I even put in here? It's crazy. It honestly is. Yeah, we've got training dummies with the same skins that I'm wearing right here, just for some aesthetics as well. More shields. I actually really like the variations in the shields, because like there's I think 4 different types of these exact size ones, and I put kind of torches around them and stuff. I think this looks pretty cool. Actually, real quick before we go any further, let me show you the outside, because I really like the way that this turned out. And this was a very kind of like a weird little like project that I started to do, because I was like, I wonder if this would work, and then it just went from there. So as you can probably tell, this is just one foundation wide, but then the top there is 2 wide, and I kind of had to anchor that off of the main base back there and bring it all forward. This would not be possible in vanilla the way that it looks. So yeah, that kind of sucks. But there's just so much detail. I couldn't even explain everything here. Like, you can just kind of take a look for yourself. We've got freaking railings everywhere. We've got catwalks everywhere. Just kind of trying to create that the kind of like Nordic building, I guess, theme or something. I don't know. I've been trying to look at a bunch of like images and stuff of like Viking buildings and different things like that, and this is kind of the type of stuff that I see quite a lot of, like little bits of roof hanging off and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, we've also got a bunch of Syntac flags placed around the place, and you can see the trophy room's got a little bit of an upgrade. We'll check that out in a little bit. I placed a bunch of pillars just going up and around the whole building, just to kind of break up the giant roof. Didn't really break it up a huge amount. Maybe I need to build some going up towards the actual trophy room or something. But yeah, let me show you the giant dining hall type area, because that was one thing actually as well. I really love the pillars right here. I had to combine some regular pillars with some S plus pillars to kind of create this here, because S plus pillars actually can't place in the middle of a foundation like this. And yeah, that was it was kind of cool to actually add those in and get these like different placements, and I don't know, I think it looks really, really nice. Anyway, yeah, let's get back here and check out the dining hall, which, by the way, you'll notice there's a lot of flags. Don't worry, they're all painted. They just need to load. I regret putting this many flags in here, but it took me a long time to paint them, and I don't feel like removing them. So yeah, You can also see I painted the table right here, and then I accidentally ended up painting a couple of the foundations while trying to do the table, and then I just had to paint all the foundations. I think I painted them black, maybe? I can't remember. I'll have to maybe see if I want to paint the rest of them around the place. I generally don't really like painting structures because it adds so much extra lag, but something like a table is kind of nice. So you can probably understand what I did here, but basically... this one right here, I think it's region 1 and 5 are like the actual boards on the top. So region 1 is brown, region 5 is, I think that's tan, and then I had to do them the opposite way here. So tan on region 1, region 5 is brown, and then just kind of like alternated them to kind of create this this little pattern. And I really like that, man. It looks dope. And then, yeah, we've got the benches. Unfortunately, the boards on the top of the benches are all like one region, so you can't really do something cool like this at all. But yeah, man, like this looks amazing. I wish I could kind of add more to this. I was thinking of chucking up a couple mortars and pestles and maybe some vessels as well. But I don't know. I kind of just feel like leaving it the way it is. It looks much cooler without a bunch of clutter on the top, to be honest. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I might actually change my mind. We've got some more like shields and stuff placed around the walls back here as well. Just so many flags. I really overdid it. And then we've got some drums. I don't know, man. Just kind of felt like this was necessary, you know? I really wish there was more instruments in ARK. I think at one point they were planning on doing it, but obviously they never did it. So yeah, that kind of sucks. That was my crotch. Why did I say that and then immediately like zoom in there somehow? Anyway, yeah, you may notice the roof is it's pretty interesting. I used the giant what are they called? The giant trapdoors. I can't remember what they're actually called. They're called giant hatch frames or something, large hatch frames. And yeah, I basically did those as the roof. I don't know, I kind of felt like this was nice to kind of break up the color scheme that we were having going along this whole building, and it looks really cool. I actually kind of like that. Would have probably made more sense if I just filled out the whole roof with just these, so, you know, we'd have like one there and then one there, instead of just one row and then ceilings on the outside. Yeah, no idea why I didn't actually manage to do that in the end. Out here, again, we have more pillars. I didn't even realize that we were missing some pillars there. I gotta fix that at some point, because I want all of those intersecting down into the ground to make it look really, really nice. But, yeah, you know what? Let me grab my Desmodus so we can actually do a little bit of a fly around, because I feel like I can show you just a little bit better and explain it all. So yeah, this is the whole dining hall, and I don't know. I really like all the details I've kind of added to it. This is pretty intense. Like, there's a lot of like pillar placing and different things. You can even see I've actually added ladders onto the pillars because I feel like that kind of kept the color scheme up just a little bit. Really like that though. The only thing is I don't think it fits super well with the actual building itself, but yeah, there really wasn't a whole lot I could have done with that. I could have built it all out of wood, but then it would have just looked the exact same as the building. I don't know. I felt like this needed to look a little bit different, but at the same time, maybe I could have done this a little bit better. No idea how I would have done that. But yeah, I don't know, man. I quite like it. I mean, it looks really cool. Just looks slightly out of place, that's all. And then, yeah, you may actually notice I've moved some of the flags up here. So we have Broodmother here, Megapithecus there. We're going to put Dragon there. And then Dragon will be on this one over here as well. And yeah, we got to kill all those bosses at some point. We're going for the Dragon pretty soon, hopefully. But yeah, so what else have I done? Oh yeah, the trophy room, man. Oh, I'm so happy with this. Again, like, this is just the... Oh, that's not where I meant to go. This is just the kind of stuff where it's like, you know... Okay, yeah, I forgot. He's not actually able to, like, properly land up here. This is the kind of stuff where I'm like... I'm so just... I keep adding more and more to it, and I feel like it becomes an obsession at some point, and I'm just like, I need to stop. Like, this is far too much already. Like... You can see, obviously, we already had these dynamic pillars here, but I just added so many extra pillars up here to just kind of continue the little structural theme here to kind of make it look good. And I think it looks great, but I definitely, I shouldn't have spent this much time on this little room of the actual building. It was a lot. You can see I placed the head trophies up there because I didn't really have anywhere else to put them. So we have Broodmother, Megapithecus, those line up with those flags out there. Then on the back, we're probably going to put the dragon and then Fenrir as well, because we, of course, will get a trophy from that boss once we defeat that as well. And then, yeah, you can see I've added in all the artifacts. And then over here we have a couple little what are these exactly called? The Survivor trophies. So this actually comes from an achievement. I feel like mentioning just this because like whenever I use them, people are like, what is that? What mod is that? It's a skin. It comes from an achievement. I have no idea which one. You could probably look it up on the wiki though if you want to. You've already seen the name of it, so it's pretty easy to find. But anyway, yeah, we have all the artifacts out here. And I didn't really pair them up in like a specific order after I kind of did these together. I don't know why, but the brute and the cunning in my mind always go together because those are the two water caves on the island. But of course over here it's not really the case. So yeah, anyway, yeah, we got all these artifacts, and then obviously the last side is these survivor trophies to kind of, you know, make this nice little pattern around the place. This was something that I was working on that I'm super disappointed didn't actually work out in the end. What the hell hit you? How did you take 4 damage? I have no idea what hit this thing. Maybe I did. I have no... Wait, did I? I might have, yeah. Probably lines up. Yeah, so I've been trying for probably way too much time to see if I could get a map, a war map, to place flat on this surface. Because normally you can only place them onto walls, and that wasn't going to work for me. I want to get it flat on the surface because it would have been really cool. Just, like, have a table with a map on it, like... You don't put maps on walls normally, you know, especially like a war map. You'd put that on a table so you can move your little figures around, like in Game of Thrones. But yeah, instead, because I've pretty much tried everything that I know of to try and get structures to place sideways, the map just doesn't want to go that way. I could get walls directly on top of this, and I know how to do that all, but the maps just didn't want to place that way, and it's super bad. So I did ask on Twitter, but nobody had any like solid way of properly doing it. There's mods that you can get, but like I don't want to add a mod just to get a map placed flat. Like it seems kind of silly. So if it's not possible, it's not possible. I was thinking of maybe just getting these canvases and then just painting like, you know, Fjordur map there, maybe the island, and then 2 of the other ones. I don't know which ones, but maybe Valgyro, because Nekatis also made Valgyro along with this map right here. But yeah, so that was one thing. Now let's talk about the chimney, because I showed it off and I never actually talked about this. Of course, we had this whole thing down here, and unfortunately I left the fires lit, so they're all out of actual wood. So yeah, we can't show this off real quick, although the smoke doesn't go all the way up, unfortunately. But yeah, so I basically continued the pillars up and then just deleted all the middle ones, and we have this crazy looking chimney right here, which is probably my favorite part of the base right now. Honestly, it really is. So cool looking. Let me show you. So of course you can see I've added some more dynamic pillars here. They are so cool. Like that's one of the best things of S Plus as well. Dynamic pillars are just such a crazy, cool little addition that probably wouldn't have worked in actual ARK. I guarantee if these were added to ARK when they ported over some S Plus stuff, it would have caused way more issues for official than it was worth. I could definitely see a bunch of exploits from just having these pillars the way that they actually work. You can make them thicker, you can make them longer, you can angle them whatever way you want. It's really cool. But yeah, you can see I've kind of done this crazy looking pattern right here. And then, yeah, I don't know, the chimney at the very top looks amazing. Let me show you. Kind of preferred it when it was like a point on it, but at the same time, I think this is so much cooler looking. Yeah, so anyway, that's pretty much the whole building now. I truly wish I could show off more of this stuff. For the longest time, I've struggled to make building videos entertaining, and I don't feel like just building and adding like little tiny bits and making probably what would end up to be like a 7-hour video where it's just, okay, now we're gonna do this, now this, like, and I know a time lapse is another thing, but like I said, I did this over like 2 weeks, you know, that type of thing doesn't really come together like that. So I don't know, I really wish I could find a balance, and hopefully in ARK 2, with the building system being completely different, maybe I'll find that balance, but for ARK, I don't think so, and I think I'm gonna stop trying. But yeah, I don't know, I really love the look of this building. It's so cool looking. I'm gonna be really sad to say goodbye to this, and that was one thing I was kind of thinking of, you know, maybe, I don't know if I'm gonna do this or not. This is so cool looking, and like this whole island idea that I had as well, where, you know, the whole base is like based across these 2 little islands. We have bridges going across, we have like a water pen in the middle. It's just way too much right now at this stage in the series, because like we're super far down. Okay, I need water, nice, because I actually need to grab some more food. We're super far into the series, and I think my issue was that I waited too long to actually make the proper base. And once I do that, you know, we've kind of gotten through a lot of like the creature and boss content at that stage, and it's kind of not really super worth it to continue building and building and building when I'm not really going to be around much longer. What is going on with the shadows right now? I have no idea what they're doing. That is really strange. But yeah, so I don't know, like I really wish I could have done more here, because I had plans to like build a whole like extra thing out here, but I don't know. I was kind of thinking of maybe, because, you know, I'm probably going to add a Fjordur map to my cluster eventually. I'm probably going to be hopping onto the Lost Island pretty soon on the cluster, but yeah, I don't know. I was kind of contemplating the idea of maybe taking this world with its structures and adding that on, but deleting all the creatures and, of course, my character. And, you know, my cluster character is my main character, I would say. Out of all of my series, that is my main one. It's not my oldest one. That's the Ultimate ARK one. But the cluster character is the one that I consider to be the main character. The, I guess, Syntac Prime. So, yeah, I don't know. I was contemplating maybe just, maybe doing that and including this map. That way we'd be able to continue all of this, but, you know, like, not have to abandon it. That's, like, the worst part, because, you know, when the Fjordur series is ended, I'm not going to keep the map around. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, so I don't know. And that's also kind of leading me on to this. I don't really want to have to try and do this 2 more times, just for the sake of this video. This is beautiful, this is really crazy looking, but I think I'm not going to do that. Like, I don't know how many of you actually properly understand how much work goes into getting this all the exact same way 3 times, and I would get so frustrated if I did it wrong in some way and it was off. So yeah, probably not gonna do that. Maybe I'll continue to see if I can get the structure saver mod to work for me, but it's not gonna work with the ocean platforms, and the ocean platforms need to be there to make it all together, and I can't place them if I remove them, and it's such a mess. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's probably going to be the end of this video. I really wish I could have included quite a lot of this building along the way. Still have a little bit more cleanup, and yeah, I feel like the base for me is done. This building is the base, and this is done pretty much. Maybe what we'll do probably in like a following video is I'll show you, I'll figure out this whole thing to try and get a staircase up here. There isn't really anything even up here. I kind of actually did a little bit of wall work. Let me show you. So we didn't have walls here, and it was kind of like, it was opened up, and then I placed some slope walls right there as well to kind of close that off. I can't really do anything about this right here without removing a bunch of the roof, and that would just make a big mess. So yeah, not really going to be a thing. And yeah, we have some glow from the artifacts up there as well. We still have to add to the trophy room, of course. We have the dragon to fight pretty soon. We have Fenrir to fight as well. And of course, if I want to complete the series with a proper trophy room, that means I'm going to need to fight all 3 of the main bosses one more time, because I'm going to need these head trophies to actually fight Fenrir. So yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about all this? We're on the roof. What do you guys think about all this? I think the trophy room's definitely the highlight for me. Super happy with it. But yeah, I don't know. Like, the whole base together, I think, is really cool. It's just, it was way too big of a project to continue this late in the series, and that's just my fault. I'm kind of bad at like planning out the series, especially with the daily videos. Doing something big like this slowly over time would have made more sense instead of trying to get it all done for like 1 or 2 videos along the way. Yeah, that's my bad. But yeah, I don't know, really happy with it. Let me know what you guys think about it, and that's gonna be the end of this one. If you have enjoyed it, go ahead, do me a favor, hit the like button, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one when we're probably maybe fighting the dragon. I think I have a couple more little loose ends I want to do on this series before we do that, or I guess before we end it. So I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, catch you in the next one.